Today, I'm taking Mom to see Pelicamp. We'll visit a homestead in Dade City owned by longtime friends from Tampa. And finally, Lake Okeechobee. Welcome back to Florida. I'm riding with my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV. Actually, I-95 is surprisingly clear this morning. I mean, for a Wednesday. Oh, the turnpike. Sometimes it goes parallel to I-95. It has one high bridge spanning the St. Lucie River. Okay, I'm trying here, but let's face it, it is not the most enthralling of drives.
I think he recognized me. Hey everybody say hello to my mom. We are on the Florida Turnpike one more time, going to Pelicamp, and hi everybody. And yeah, it's a turnpike. We are almost at Fort Drum, so we're gonna stop our first stop of the whole trip. And usually I do two stops. Here at Fort Drum, and then one on I-75 once we exit I-75. Those are like the 2/3 of the trip. So yeah, we're gonna go to
I am feeling very happy to travel with my son.
you know, Mom likes to travel. She's been cooked up
It's the first time that I'm going to Pelicamp.
Eventually, we get off the highway and take the road less traveled. And let me tell you, it doesn't get much less traveled than this in Florida. We drive through several of the lesser-known towns, like Chiefland here, then Fanning Springs, historic Suwannee River, Old Town, Grass City, and after what feels like an eternity, we arrive at this community with no name near Perry, where we built our Pelicamp, our winter forgotten Florida retreat. Let's snoop around the neighborhood a little bit. Mom hasn't been here before, so I want to show her some of the nooks and crannies. Some of these roads are out in the middle of nowhere. Some of them might even end up at the Gulf of Mexico. I definitely need to get a 4x4 truck. Let's pass by Perry proper, and this is the historic downtown. Let's stop by Rosehead Park here, which goes along Spring Creek.
I decided to come to Perry proper to do a little bit of exploring. This is the park. This is like the city park, and I had never been here before. Not inside the park. We've seen it from outside. So, they have a playground. It's nice. The vegetation is beautiful here in this part of town.
Nice area for a picnic.
Hi.
One of these days, I'm going to explore that other side of the park. Now this is Lafayette Blue Springs State Park by the town of Mayo. And we've been here before, but I wanted to show my mom the historic Suwannee River, flowing at historically high levels as we are here in September of 2021. We're getting hungry, and Steinhatchee is the larger, proper town here on the Gulf Coast by the mouth of the Steinhatchee River. And Roy's restaurant is really good. Well, here we are, where the Steinhatchee River meets the Gulf of Mexico. Let me tell you, this area is probably best enjoyed with a boat.
So we came back to Roy's here in Steinhatchee.
I'm really looking forward to some seafood. And the blackened redfish is to die for. Now, closer to Pelicamp, this is the public beach at Keaton Beach. And this whole area of the Gulf Coast is dotted with these small communities of houses on stilts.
Say hello to my mom. As you've noticed, we haven't filmed much here in Perry, in Taylor County, in Pelicamp, just because, you know, we've been here before and we've been enjoying the area. But now we came to Hagen's Cove, and this is, someone told me this was a nude beach. I don't think it's true. This is one of the best places to see the sunset here. They have this viewing platform here from which we're probably gonna take the picture. And here's my mom on her last day here at Pelicamp. Say hello to my mom.
Hello, hello.
All right. Sunset is still like 20 minutes away, so we're gonna, you know, hang around here, take some pictures, and well, enjoy. Tomorrow we're going to Tampa, to the Tampa Bay area. So.
We're going back to Pelicamp early because tomorrow, even though the distance is not that great, it is gonna be a grueling drive, especially the second half. The plan today is to arrive here at Clearwater Lake Tarpon KOA and then visit my mom's longtime friends who live here in Tampa. And tomorrow we're going to visit their son at his homestead near Dade City.
Riding my RV.
It is a brand new day, and yesterday, by the way, I did my customary live stream from our friend's home in Tampa, who are really practically like family. And then we had dinner, And today we're going to their son's homestead near Dade City, which is something I'm really interested in. First, I haven't seen him in years, and also because I'm kind of interested in picking his brain about homesteading and all that. But before we head that way, we are so close to Tarpon Springs that I wanted to show my mom what it looks like. We were here back in 2017, way too briefly, and we want to come back, maybe in 2022. But let's at the very least drive through this charming town. Here to the left is the Greek Orthodox Cathedral of St. Nicholas. And this is the thing. By the turn of the 20th century, Tarpon Springs was settled by Greek sponge divers. And nowadays, it still has the largest percentage of Greek American population of any city in the United States. Coming up ahead here is Spring Bayou, the site of a very large Epiphany celebration that happens every January the 6th, in which a group of teenagers dive in the bayou to retrieve a cross. It must be really something to see. Here we are by the sponge docks, and let me tell you, first of all, I wish we had the time. And second, I wish we weren't towing right now so we could park at least for a little bit and go for a stroll, maybe buy a sponge or two, or indulge in the local cuisine. There are some really good Greek restaurants around here. Anyway, the good part of the street where the historic sponge docks are located and our favorite Greek restaurant is closed, as it was the last time we were here, so maybe it is a weekend thing. Anyway, Mom is anxious to get to Tampa to pick up our friends, so off we go! Well, this is very nice. Rudy and his wife Betty, they have several acres and all this cattle. And what are you looking at?
Chicas, estas que están cortadas se llaman Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock.
Hey there, buddy.
Come on out. Come on out. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Hey. Charlie, come with us. So we're gonna go for a joyride here on the farm. On the homestead. Homestead, it's really Charlie's lazy. Yes, Charlie.
They're coming to look for food. That's why they're coming over here. Charlie. That's the bull. That's the bull.
That one right there. Yeah, he has.
Charlie, all right. Back
He
off.
looks mean.
Back off. Back off.
Oh, he's coming. He's coming.
Get him out of here, Charlie. Get him out.
Holy cow.
Get him out. All right. Back off. Estos son Australian cattle dogs. Australian cattle dogs. They're also called healers because they work the heels of the cows. When you put them on a cow, you see how they go around the back of the cow?
Yeah.
And they move the cows with because they bite the heels. So they're called healers. Charlie.
I guess this is the modern way of herding cows? From a golf cart? With a very smart dog.
Charlie, back off, Charlie.
Shit, they're terrified of him.
Oh yeah, oh sí, la vaca, oh yeah.
La vaca está terrified of him.
That baby right there, she had the baby in a pond. I'll show you the pond, in the water. I had to get the baby out of the water.
One thing I've learned for sure is that Pelicamp is starting to look really small compared to this. I mean, it is huge compared to my city lot in Miami, but I'm thinking, if I were to do it again, I might want at least 5 acres. Although, I don't think I'm ready for livestock yet. Now it's Mom's turn to get on the golf cart, while I follow on the four-wheeler.
Hickory nuts. Mom is taking pictures.
Open this, and the cow walks through there.
Yeah.
When the cow walks through there, you close it, and the cow doesn't kind of back up.
Yeah.
Then you squeeze the cow so it kind of move.
Okay.
You squeeze this so it kind of move. And then you open this, and they stick their heads through there, and you catch their heads in there, and it keeps them from moving. That way you can deworm them, vaccinate them, whatever you need to do to the cow, whatever you need to do, and they don't move. They don't move.
Yeah, they don't.
This all opens up, so you can give them a shot or put ear tags. Put ear tags on, whatever you need to do. Hey, they just have me here.
It was so great visiting with Lydia and FIFO and their son Rudy, his wife Betty, and finally get to see this homestead I've heard so much about over the years. Now it is going to be a little over 2 hours to Highlands Hammock State Park. And we are running kind of late, but you know how it is. It was one of those prolonged goodbyes, and I really want to get there before sundown. You think it might rain? Well, it was a deluge of biblical proportions, even by Florida standards. One of the worst I've ever seen.
Well, these are the days of our lives. We just arrived here at Highland Hammock. Everything is flooded. I want to bring my mom now here to the RV, but yeah. It's a nasty weather day and it's getting dark. Luckily, I'm not even going to have to unhitch. I'm just going to plug in the power and And we're good. We're good for the night. I'll see you tomorrow.
We didn't get a chance to explore, but it seems like a very nice park. I basically wanted power for the warm Florida summer night and the dump station. By the way, Florida state parks have gone up in price, but what hasn't? Eventually, we emerged by the town of Sebring, and we're going to take US 27 south. We're going to make one final stop by Lake Okeechobee, because my mom has never seen it. Actually, it is hard to see unless you go there purposely, because of the tall levee that surrounds it, so you can't really see it from the highway. Whenever you start seeing these South Carolina-style palmettos, you know we're getting close to the north shore of Lake Okeechobee. They are everywhere. Here we are, Lake Okeechobee, Florida's inland sea. It is the largest lake in the state by a lot, although it is exceptionally shallow, averaging only 9 feet of depth. So much wildlife. There's so many of them that they have to fight for a spot on the pier. It is so vast, you can't see the other side. All good things come to an end, and Mom and I are heading back to Miami. And here's our welcome to Miami traffic jam, even on a Sunday. Maybe there was an accident. On the next one, we begin a brand new season, Fall 2021. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Ohio, Vermont, New Hampshire, and even a trip down the East Coast. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the road.
Riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. And 'cause I'm free in my RV, yeah, I'm riding. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV, yeah.